Good morning, how you doing? Yeah, of course, it's crispy. I'm a little way from the sea this morning, about half a mile that way. It is Wednesday the 25th of February. Yeah, just coming up to our last couple of days of our winter reset here in Lanzarote, and I thought I'd just go for my last walk up a hill and come back down a mountain. That's what they call it. Yeah, this was one of our great walks over here. Went right over the hill or mountain, as we like to call it, into the village there, Tias, had a drink and came back and beat one of my lovely wife's phobias of heights and hills, which is fully justified if you know the history behind it. But yes, absolutely glorious. The Kalamia has descended a little bit, which is the sand that comes over from the Sahara Desert. But yes, this is one of my favourite things to do, really. Whereas I know everyone to their own, and I don't drink anymore, so sitting down drinking a €2 beer sounds very nice, but not really for me. I actually love being on my own, where I can shout and get into my thoughts. A bit like Moses, who went up into the mountain and come down with his thoughts. Yeah, especially now I'm studying my psychology. Yeah, as we get a little bit closer to the LZ1 or LZ2, it's a little bit like walking under a small M25. Yeah, but even here they have problems with fly tippers that pretty disgusting. There's a couple of dogs here. Hello, mate. All right. Yeah, a bit of fly tipping crap. Old building rubbish. Look, plasterboard. Always bits of plasterboard stuck somewhere, isn't there? It'd be bloody disgusting, innit? But I imagine getting rid of waste on an island like this must be really difficult. Yeah, so we're coming to the last couple of days, flying back Friday, and we're feeling really quite sad. So I had this idea yesterday to basically go to the council and tell them that we want refugee status. Yeah, because so we're going to go down to the main council building in Arrecife up there and say we're in fear for our lives back in Starmerland because of our Facebook posts, and we want to claim asylum here on Lanzarote. We have chucked away our passports, and we're wondering if they could put us up in a nice little hotel here for a few years until we get ourselves sorted. Of course, they didn't understand a word I was saying. I said, I want an interpreter. Basically, the gendarmes came in and took me out behind my arms behind the back and threw me out the office. Obviously, that is total bollocks, but yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? But there's a lot of people, the islanders here are complaining about all the tourism that comes in from around Europe and even from Spain that comes here, and it's pushing up the prices of the property, so they can't rent anywhere. It's the same everywhere, isn't it? You'd think with all this land they could build something, couldn't you? Don't understand it. But the slight difference between all us lot and obviously our friends coming over on boats from France is that we pay, don't we? We pay for everything. Every single flight that comes in, every 15 minutes, a flight comes into Lanzarote holding about 250 people, and I reckon they must spend £1,000 each minimum a week. So that's £250,000 a plane. Every time a plane comes in, that's £250,000 coming into the economy over here. So yeah, it's slightly different to being put up in a free hotel. So yeah. Instead, what I really did, I went to an English-speaking Lanzarote advice company and advised me on the visas and what we need to do if we want to circumvent the 120 days legislation that was put in after leaving Brexit. And it ain't easy. Everything's being closed up. All the countries in Europe now are closing up, which is sad in some respects, because we used to be able to just move around freely, didn't we? Move around freely. But obviously it's all right moving around freely, but you've got to pay for yourself, haven't you? I don't think people would complain that much if people come to England and they were paying for themselves. It's when they want everything for free. It's a bit like when people come into the pub, innit, and saying, buy us a drink, I ain't got no money. Anyway, I won't keep ranting and raving. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk. Whatever you're doing out there, having a great day. If you get a chance, have a walk up a hill and come back down a mountain. See you soon.